we're going to talk about the contest
at Cowlick.
At Cowlick.
By Richard Kennedy.
And this is a really funny one. Because, like, these guys come.
Bad guys.
Yeah, and they say, I don't remember what they say, but they come and they're like.
Okay, so this is a Western.
Yeah, they make the
This
deal.
is back in the Old West.
Mm-hmm.
And Hogbone is the bad guy.
Hogbone?
Hogbone.
That is a weird name.
Yeah. And he and his gang have been going around stealing things, and the sheriff wants to go out of town and go fishing. So that starts out with he leaves town and he says, I'll just be a holler up the creek if anybody needs me. So you're supposed to holler really loud if you need the sheriff because he's going to be up there fishing. So then what happens, Seth?
So they make a deal.
Well, so they come into town.
Yeah. And
the bad guys come, and is everybody afraid of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's afraid of them. And all these guys try to yell, and the sheriff can't hear them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember what everybody does?
Everybody sees this little...
Everybody hides.
Yeah. And then everybody sees this boy.
Yeah, this little boy comes wandering out of his house. I'll show
And
you. Mark Cement, or Cement, however you say that, with the illustrations, they're cute.
And, so they make a deal, and they're like, if you win, then
you have to leave town. He says, if I win, you have to leave town, and if you win,
we have to leave town.
I'm a faster, okay, so he actually doesn't make a deal with them that they have to leave town. He just says, I want to have a contest and see who the fastest runner is because I think I'm the fastest runner around. So the whole story is this Western with this gang of bad guys who come into town and everybody's super scared of them except for this one little boy who has the courage to wander out into the street and talk to them, and he's ingenious in creating all these contests that get these bad guys all wrapped up or locked up somewhere. And it's funny because they always say the same things, like the language is super funny. I told my kids somebody should do it for a read aloud because it's so funny. So he says, if you want some trouble, said Wally, I can give you some trouble. Hogbone dropped a look on the boy and said, most trouble you'd give me is sticking between my teeth when I chaw you up. Ha ha ha, laughed the gang. Shut up, said Hogbone, and that happens every time. He tries to make some sarcastic joke and he demeans this little boy, and then everybody laughs and he says, shut up. I'm the fastest runner anywhere around here. I bet I can win a foot race with your 5 best men. So then what do?
So they race to see who's the fastest.
Uh-huh.
So...
And what happens to the ones that what happens to the guys that run?
They win. See?
Yeah, they're faster than him. But then what happens to them because they win? Remember what he does? What?
I don't know.
He locks them up.
Yeah.
They run into the barn, and then he locks them up and leaves them there. And so contest by contest, he's able to lock up. What does he do to another group?
They come.
They have a race up the ladders, right?
Yeah.
So he gets them to take off all of their gear and run up these ladders to get to the roof. And then he moves and then they're watching everything, and then he kicks the ladders out from under them, and they do this thing after thing until all of Hogbone's men are locked up somewhere, trapped somewhere, and they can't get out. So that's the guys on the roof. Then he has this ingenious last idea, which we won't ruin for you, but he comes up with a way to get the sheriff back and to get them all put into jail. And of course the little boy, Wally, wins, and he's just ingenious, and the language is super funny and Western, and the contests are ingenious and really cute how this little boy just conquers this whole big gang of guys, and
oh yeah,
and he wins. So
look, so there's this guy under the horse. So he wraps the guy under all over, and then
he's tied up under the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a really funny. I don't even remember where I got the first copy, and I think it was old and used because the whole center is out of it, but I loved it. I read it to the kids lots of times because I think it's super funny and cute and ingenious because this boy's a little smarty, and then at the end he goes fishing, heading up the creek on his little donkey. And then I was able to find another copy, which I was super glad about. So I really think you ought to buy it, and I think you ought to read it to your kids because you'll have a really good laugh. And this ingenious little boy, what's he going to do next? And then he wins in the end. So it's really, really cute.
So,
The Contest at Cowlick
by
Richard Kennedy, illustrated by Mark Simmons.
read it, love it, see it, bye.